Hello and welcome to Up the Villa podcast for our final match reaction of the season. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Let's end on a massive, massive high. Let's get as many subs off this episode as possibly can. If you do watch this and you're not subscribed, subscribe. Drop the video a like. It helps push it through on the YouTube algorithm and get involved in all of the matters that we discuss on this episode today. So let's kick it off with real positive news. Boubacar Kamara will sign for Aston Villa. That is from Matteo Moratti. He broke the story of him potentially coming, and then that sort of got ticked off a couple of hours later that he was virtually going to sign for Villa. Fabrizio Romano has said that he's going to sign for Villa as well. So it looks like it's going to be on a 5-year deal. So absolutely massive, 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 massive signing if this is true, which I think it will be. So massive, massive news. But Aston Villa lose 3-2 to Manchester City. And for me, it was stellar up until about 75 minutes. I thought the shape of the team, the three in the middle, the three in front, was absolutely classic, prime, what we're trying to do. It was fantastic. We were playing so well. When the first one went in and the second one went in from Coutinho, it was just quality, absolutely quality. And then turns into prime classic Villa this season. Just when one went in, you just knew it was going to be two. And yeah, Justin, what do you make of it?
Yeah, overall bitterly frustrating, isn't it? To be 2-0 up anywhere and lose the game is a real kick in the bits, isn't it? But to them, they do it to a lot of teams, don't they? The manner of the loss is hard to take, being 2-0 up with 15 minutes to go. A bit similar to the Wolves game earlier in the season when we were 2-0 up with not that many minutes to go. But there's just occasionally we have this propensity to just collapse, and that's what happened the second they got the first. I just thought, here we go. I didn't quite think it would be 3 in 6 minutes, but I did think that they would get something out of the game at that point, especially, obviously, they got the title on it. They're at home. So it was always going to be a tough place to go. We said it in the preview, didn't we? But to be fair, like you say, up to the 75th minute, I thought it was outstanding. I thought the first 20 minutes we did really well. We kept them quiet. The midfield three were chasing, harrying. The way they was trying to push De Bruyne out wide and keep him out of the danger areas worked a treat. And they resorted to just trying to lump the balls into the box at one point, which is not City at all, is it? They wasn't even trying to just keep the ball at the edge of the box. We were making them make mistakes, and then I think we grew in confidence, didn't we, after that? And I think, as I said in the preview, the only way you win these games is when you get your first chance, you bury it, and we did. Fantastic ball in again. Was it Luca Dean?
Yeah, it was Luca Dean to Matty Cash. It was from left back to right back.
Yeah, he's just getting better every week, isn't he, Luca Dean?
This system is prime, that, isn't it? It's the fullback.
That's what he wants, isn't it?
And you see time and time again from Liverpool, it's Robertson to Trent, Trent to Robertson. Yep. So at the time, that system was just, it was working a treat, weren't it? We'd rattled them a little bit.
Absolutely.
We were playing really well.
I think they looked a bit. They did look a bit edgy, but I think we said this in the preview, didn't we? Like you said, against Atletico and Real Madrid, if you go at them, I don't think we actually went at them. But what we did was we set up in a way to frustrate them, and I think, in a way, it totally went in our favour because that for some reason they couldn't get to grips with the game at all. And when we went one up, they didn't even switch on. Then did they? No. It really took till that second goal.
Reacting to this game, it's sort of like you praise with one hand and with the other hand there's a negative, because I thought at times Ollie Watkins was quality in that first half. He was running Fernandinho absolutely ragged, and we were all saying he's going to score. Watkins, he's going to score in this game because
he took Fernandinho off, didn't he, at half time? Because he was running ragged.
But then, like what I'm saying, the positive of him doing so well leads to a negative of that chance that he had when he was in the first half. I think it was when he sort of had 3 touches, and it should have just been one touch, two touch, bang,
Bang, yeah.
finish it, cut across the keeper. You know, I've seen an interview. I can't think who it was for. I think it was a paper of him saying that he wants to be seen as like the clinical finisher, and he believes he can get 20 goals a season. But that is where he needs to improve, because against City in these tight games, on these tight fine margins, a striker of his ability should, one, be making the keeper work, or two, burying it, because those chances are few and far between. And I think he should have at least hit the target for me, that first one.
Yeah, I agree. It's such a shame because he's got everything in his locker to be a real elite top level striker. But the thing that lets him down is his finishing. And this is a problem that's raised its head multiple occasions this season. And like we've said a lot of times this season, a lot of these players, next season, you know, hopefully will be the step up we all want to take and to be comfortably in the top half. And if these players don't step up, then they're going to be gone. You know, Ollie Watkins I think will be here next season. I still think he'll be here next season, but it'll be his last season if he doesn't start putting these chances away. You know, he should be scoring 20. He should have had 20 this season. The amount of chances he's missed. Yeah, 2 at Wolves, who's clean through that when I was there. You know, multiple times today. I mean, the one that was given offside initially, but it was shown that he was in his own half when he made the run, so that would have actually stood had he finished it. So at that time, he should have known. He should have just been finishing the chance, and he seems to lose his head a little bit. Like that first one, he did really well to get the ball off Fernandinho, robbed him, got into space. Like you say, first touch was decent. That second touch was far too heavy and not needed at all. He's got in the box, take the touch, steady yourself. How many times see Harry Kane take one touch? You know, the goals don't move. The old striker adage, the goals don't move. They're there. So take your touch. You know where you are. Hit the target. If the keeper makes a world-class save, so be it. But he doesn't hit the target enough for me when he gets in those positions. And that's ultimately, if he doesn't improve next season, that's what cost him his place at the Villa.
Yeah, and I
it's a shame.
I feel like the top strikers like Kane and
Son.
Lewandowski and Son and all these strikers, right? It's as if when they're going through that motion of sort of like when they're through on goal, it's like they have a breather, they have a calmness, and it just
time slows down, doesn't it?
And it's like boom. But I feel like with Watkins, time speeds up. It's like, oh shit,
panic,
and that's what you're seeing. He's clean through, and it's like it's not that killer instinct. You know, I don't really want to go in on him, but I'm just saying, like,
I think it's not going. It's fair criticism
to criticise sort of like a Mings or a Louise or for giving the ball away, like for one of the goals today. You know, it's like, you know, we'll come on to that in a minute, but it should have been a better clearance. But these are big chances in a big game, and you know, we're always nearly, aren't we? And there's got to become a point, and I know this is going to come because of the caliber of signings that we've got coming in this window, that you don't really have too many chances. If you do not take your chances, you're either going to be shipped out or your replacement's going to be coming in. And I think that's what's going to happen. But
it's a mentality thing as well, isn't it? You know, elite players' mentality. I'm not a big fan of Man City, but I think they said after the game that the players, I think Roy Keane said it, that they've got elite top level players. I mean, their second goal from Rodri, it was just a phenomenal finish. He's hit it first time outside the box and it's arrowed into the bottom corner. You know, and don't forget they're 2-0 down, having to win the game to win the league. So these are, like you were saying, they're not that. They've just got to. It's got to happen at that moment. There's no like, oh, there'll be another chance next week. They have to win. They've got to score them goals, and that's why they are where they are, because they've got a squad, not a team. They've got a squad full of these elite level players that produce week in, week out, which is why they're up the top every single week. And we haven't got a squad full of elite top level players. We've got a squad full of players that are aspiring to be there. And some of them won't make it. Some of them won't come along on the journey with us because they're not going to be good enough. So this summer we're looking to replace them with the next level up. Can we replace them with the players like City have got all over the squad? It's going to be very, very, very tough. But that's what we're trying to do, and it's not going to happen overnight. But we hopefully we'll just improve next season.
Yeah,
That's
and I
what we
think
need
my
to do.
main point, what I'm trying to make, is that City had plenty of chances and missed them. But you always feel like they're going to get another one in this type of game.
Yeah.
Whereas for Villa, in this type of game, we're not going to keep getting those chances. And when you don't take them, it comes back to haunt you because, you know, we could have been 3-0 up, you know, and that
I mean, we've been harsh on Watkins. Not harsh, but we've been critical of Watkins. But looking at the statistics, we had 4 attempts on target. Now, we've scored 2, so the 2 on target were the ones we scored. The 2 that we didn't put away were the Ollie Watkins chances. So, you know, we've got a 50% strike rate on goals, on attempts, which is a very good ratio. You know, they had 24 goal attempts and 5 on target and scored 3. So they did create a lot of chances today. And it feels incredibly harsh on Villa, really, because, like you say, for 3/4 of the game, we were very, very good. You know, in the pre-match war, any Villa fan going today, as much as we all wear our heart on our sleeves and we pray this is the game where we can, you know, get the 1 in a million win or whatever it was. And it's such a shame because for large periods, we were very, very good today and we're coming away disappointed. But, you know, before the game, I think we'd have all pretty much odds on that we were going to lose the game. But it's the way we lost it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the way you lost it.
And
if it had been 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 3-2, 3-2 over the whole game, to see 3 goals in 6 minutes is terrible.
And you know,
against anyone.
This is another annoying thing about the game today. And I know we lost, right? I know we lost. So don't need to say you're saying all this, but we lost. But we looked bang up for this today. Away at the Etihad. Why can't we be like, where's this been? Bang up for it away at Wolves. Do you know what I mean? Like
consistency, isn't it? This is the other big problem we've had all season. Consistency. I bet if we'd have played 38 times with our best form on our best days, we would probably be top 7 now. I believe that the team is good enough on its day to compete with anybody. We've shown that from large parts of the game today. We've ultimately lost the game, but we've come out the odd goal on a 5-goal thriller against the champions away from home. That ain't bad, really, considering we've been there in the past and got absolutely tonked multiple times over the last 10 years. So it's consistency. Mentality has to improve. Consistency has to improve. And personnel have to improve. Those are the 3 key things for next season, I think.
Definitely. Right, so we'll just wrap this one up here then. You know, short, sweet. But I would just like to thank everybody that's watched this channel this season. It's been fantastic. I mean, the growth of the channel has been brilliant. I feel like we have evolved as a podcast from what we've started from now. I'm really happy with, you know, I'm quite critical, right? And I've tried to make this podcast be the best it could possibly be with everybody's help, you know, behind the scenes, what it looks like, everything. So I'm really happy with the way it is now and the way we've gone and what we offer you. So if you can all just subscribe to show that bit of support, it means the world to us and especially all of us for putting in all of the hard work. But massive shout out to everybody that comments because the comments on these videos are phenomenal. It's like a fan forum. You know, the people that we meet this season at the grounds that come up to us, that stop us while they're driving, it's insane. So I just want to thank everybody that comments. I can't name everybody's names because there's just too many. But, you know, when we see you commenting, we know who you all are.
And we do read them as well.
Because this season has been very, very difficult to do this. I'm not going to lie because, you know, we've been on an absolute monster journey. It's been up, it's been down, it's been down. You know, we've been on the floor at times, Villa have. So, you know, with all the losses, 19 losses this season, it's been difficult. So thanks, especially just for sticking with us, helping us grow. And we will continue to produce as much content that we do, plus more, because we have aspirations to make this podcast bigger than what it is now. So that's just me saying thank you for supporting us. So what we are going to do is Monday. So tomorrow is Monday at 8 o'clock. We are going to be going live for our season review. So I'd like everybody to join us for the season review. Grab a beer, grab a tea, grab a coffee, whatever you want, and get involved. Your thoughts. We've got loads of different topics we're going to run through from the season. So all just give your thoughts, and that'll be our end of season review. So, yeah, do you want to say anything, Justin?
No, I just want to echo what you've said, really. It's been a fantastic ride. Following the Villa is never easy. It never has been easy, but it's what we all love, and we all love doing it, and it's great. And this podcast I love doing it, and I'll echo everything you've said. Really, it's been a pleasure doing it. It's nice to sort of talk about the Villa, win, lose or draw. It's a bit cathartic. I know how much goes in behind the scenes. We chat daily. I talk to you and Ryan more than I talk to my wife sometimes, I think, some days. But yeah, I know how much effort you've put into it and how much love you've put into it over the last couple of years. And Ryan does for obviously the written stuff as well. And Hannah's a great contributor as well. So yeah, altogether we don't make a bad team, do we? And hopefully we're going to improve next season, the pod and the team. That would be great.
Definitely. I mean, I don't want to be in that bottom half. Never again now. Well, I'm not saying never again, but
we're done now with the bottom half. We're on the up.
So cheers for watching then. And join us tomorrow at 8 o'clock on the evening, and we'll be doing our season review. So thanks for watching, and up the Villa.
Up the Villa.